guys, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About Tomorrow, where we discuss anything and everything. I'm your host, Katrina,
And I'm your co-host, David.
and I'd like to introduce my guests right now. We have David on the show today. Thank you for joining us. And we have Light.
Like too.
Thank you
And
for joining us.
obviously, we have five-star Evans Philly in the house. Thank you for
Thank you.
joining
Good
us.
morning.
It's been a while.
Thank you.
Honesty is the best policy. That's what people often say.
Hmm.
But what about white lies? Is it okay to tell white lies? First off, what do we mean by white lies?
I know we are curious. You said white lies, and a lot of things come to your mind. But to put it in perspective, it is that kind of lie you tell when you want to keep someone's feelings from getting hurt. You don't want to just be rash about the truth in that context might be a little bit too rash, and you just want to hide it. So that's white lie in the context of our discussion.
Yeah, and it's for like minor issues.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not deep things.
Mhm,
Yeah.
yeah. Unlike more serious lies, a white lie is usually considered socially acceptable and is often told with good intention, such as sparing someone's feelings, like he said.
Mhm.
So, David, can you like to make everybody understand what a white lie is? Just give us an example.
Okay, to put it in perspective, if I would ransack my head right now, the only scenario that comes to mind is if, say, your wife's cooking is questionable, but she's passionate about cooking.
Mm.
Okay.
In that situation, you dare not just hurt her feelings, which you just you roll with it. So that's an example of white lie to me.
All right. So,
So-
David, do you think it's okay to tell white lies?
It's okay, but for the scenario David just gave, honesty is the best policy.
Are
But how
you-
will she improve if you tell her
Hmm.
a white lie?
This okay. I think you are best suited to
How
What's
am I best suited
for that
You're married.
because you are married, obviously. In that,
Well, if
how do you handle such a situation? First of all,
when you're talking about the cooking, the one you referred to,
yeah,
if she's a disaster at the kitchen,
and she's passionate about
and she's passionate about it,
Mm.
what you would do is not to hurt her feelings, but to open her up to opportunities where she can learn how to do that same thing better. Now,
Mm.
this food is good, it's tasty, but you need to reduce this, increase this. Okay. Maybe if she used to fry. There are some people who grew up in an environment where they fry anything they see, they fry
the fries.
and pour water. And maybe you can refer to YouTube videos to
But
change.
is
the
that not already
recipe.
suggesting that
No,
you
no,
know
no,
Sabi?
no. This system, the way you will do that in production,
Mhm, yeah.
introducing how to see, it's not what you say, it's how you say what you say.
Hmm.
Yeah, not what you say. You
Mm.
will take her through a journey to improve her instead of condemning her. See, nobody is born with expertise on anything. The only thing we have dispatched to us by the God of creation are talents. And these talents, they cannot also be automated by birth. That's why you go to school. Otherwise, we all have talent. We don't even need to go to school, but we go to school to refine it.
Yes.
So
yes.
improve our faculties.
Let's
Okay.
hear from
So-
Light, your opinion is still valid. Do you think it's okay to tell white lies?
Of course it is.
So in
Hmm.
that situation,
This is
Yes,
where
it
you
is.
jumped at it. You are this girl.
No.
She said, "Now, of course."
Please allow me to explain myself.
Oh yeah. explain.
Though
Hmm.
morally
Hmm.
and spiritually, biblically, like the Bible says, and one of God's commandments is do not tell lies, right?
Hmm.
But then there are some situations that you have to save
Hmm.
that you would have to.
You sound
just-
like you've been in a lot
Of
such
course, several
situations.
times. Stop making me look as if I'm the only one.
Ah,
You've been
continue
there.
now.
She has been there. He has been there. You have been
Oh,
there too.
explain yourself.
You get it.
please.
So
Ah.
at times you just have to say some things to save some situations. Not to
An
hurt
example of
people.
one or two situations you've been in. Which one comes to mind?
Like, do you love me?
Ah, I knew she was going there. I knew she was going there. You see,
but
I
that's
don't
not
talk
a
to
white
you.
lie because that's a serious issue.
No.
Actually,
that's not a white lie.
It's our response.
No, I
Oh,
can't
yeah,
tell you no, I
like,
don't love you. You be like,
Okay, how tell us, educate us, please. How do you lie to
David,
men?
I don't understand. I'm putting the tight corner.
No, this issue of white lie that how even referring to scripture will make me also want to go deeper Because even in the Bible, we had a case where Abraham had emerged in a city with his wife, Sarah. This woman was so beautiful to the point that Abraham had to caution her. And the king asks you who you are to Abraham. Tell the king that you are my sister. You understand?
Mhm.
And we know the story, we saw what transpired. Because if she had said that Abraham is her husband, Abraham would not wake up the next day. You understand? I mean, look at David, Bathsheba, and the way Solomon came about. If we know the story, it was at the time of war. Okay, Solomon was at the David was at the balcony. She saw the wife of Uriah, Bathsheba, taking her bath. That she saw that one, and by seeing, David cooked up a conspiracy. David and the rest of them were men that lived at the time when there were no toilets, there were no bathroom. You bathe anywhere you see. So the tendency for a king to see you bathing, I mean, these people are great people, but you see, toilet was invented in the 15th century. Bathroom in the 15th century. These people we're talking about lived what?
5,000
You understand? So they lived even before time itself. So that is to protect the situation. And you can't say because the Holy Writ say every time you must be about it. Okay, that was in a sociology class some time ago, and they were talking about war and the rest of it. And there was a book we had studied then and were asked by the lecturer that is somebody running to this class now, somebody being chased by soldiers or by hoodlums or by assassins, and the assassins or the soldiers now came to the class and they're asking somebody running to this place, who is that person? You understand? Produce that person. You see, the truth is this: the assassins are not entitled to the truth. You know why? Because they want to use the truth to destroy humanity.
So that is if you can, what's the word?
It's an
you
example.
can really determine whether or not they want to harm the person. What if
No,
the person-
they are brazenly
Assassins.
armed.
Okay,
They are
obvious
You will see the evidence.
that they want.
They
to
have
just
even
take
said
life
it that the
and-
person is going to die now.
Okay.
The person needs to die by all means and
Okay.
everything. Whatever he has done, he's entitled to forgiveness too. Forgiveness.
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness. That's what I mean. So, you need to. The truth, you can't give truth to someone who is not entitled to the truth, who is going to use it against humanity. So, if you call it white lie, well, whatever it is, you call it, but I prefer that he's not giving the truth because he does not need it to do any good.
So in the context of, let's try to bounce it around a little bit. Another place or another way we use white lies is in the context of maybe our lives at work, our friends and everything. And there are times we do it. Maybe your friend wanted you to, or this very typical example amongst us, one or two of us will be able to remember or know someone at a point in your life that was very passionate about their singing career. And you just know that you are headed nowhere. But you don't really know how to tell them that what you are doing, the world has moved on for this job.
And those kind of people can be, they don't hear anything.
Their passion is the word.
To you, you're a hater. I mean, to them, you're a hater. Sorry.
You listen to, and they will say, they will come with you with to you with enthusiasm. Now listen to this jam, and you will be like,
You're not a friend support friend. You're trying to support your friend.
How do you?
Are you really supporting your friend?
In that situation,
Deep down.
do you call it support? And how do you bring them? Do you just leave them to their delusion? Or
Leave them.
Oh.
No, you're trying to sabotage them.
You are
You
in
get
that
it.
situation.
Yes.
Do you tell a white lie or you say, "Oga, come here, may we talk"?
That might be too harsh.
That's what.
No.
What would you do?
Refer him to a professional who will tell him that.
You get it.
To a
Coming from a friend,
No,
it won't sit well.
Well, we
no
won't see
matter what.
professional. Most of it, the time, they know come off for house. They have a system. Once they have setting up a studio now is so cheap. I remember
you can set up
Don
your
Jazzy and what's his name? Was it
Even beats
Two-Face?
on phone.
Telling us about back in the day that before you see a studio, you have to go from here to here to here. Everybody has a studio in their room now. I remember my brother too does mixing and production and everything. In his room, everything happens because of how accessible it is to everybody. Everybody believes. Right from when I was young, I had this passion. I've always listened to music. I will be hearing different. David, what would you do if you had a friend like that? What would you say?
If I had someone who was actually doing something like that, I would tell him that he still needs help.
You will tell him he needs help.
Yes, he needs to get
bad
better.
mouth,
No, it's not bad mouth here now.
Okay.
Like
The way you are saying
say
it. Okay.
Okay, you are good, my guy, but
Diplomacy,
you still need to
You
get
need,
better.
you need to go get some training, maybe to refine your voice more, increase your confidence.
But they are the ones that you can determine that the best you will do is working behind the scenes.
Exactly.
You can never have that open. It's a one again
If I
idea.
meet someone-
You
if I meet someone-
You see, it's just that some people sometimes don't know how to appropriate their talent. It's not all talent that is made for the stage.
That's a conversation we should actually have.
Yeah, the work stage.
Conversation we
You
should
could
have.
be talented. You could be well talented, but the best you could do is to be a backup.
Of course, know your
Now,
strength.
now you can be talented in some
Your
locations.
strength.
You can be talented. You understand your environment. You can be talented in some locations, but you'll not be able to do it. Tiwa Savage was a mad talent in the US.
Yeah,
Okay.
that conversation.
She was
too.
a backup for Mariah Carey
Mhm.
and the other woman that died. Okay, but in that
Also a
environment,
backup for Beyonce.
yes, in that environment, you understand, it takes more than being talented to come to the fore. What did she do? She came back. But what she had was good enough to throw out here. And today now, she's wanted over there. You understand? There are many of them. Banky W did the same. It was
Ike Chukwu that came
yes,
back in the early
it was
2000s.
who now? I asked him to come back home. One of the comedians, you know, when he listened to him, he was singing, your voice is good now, what? You are dragging this in Jay-Z. This is Jay-Z's village. Jay-Z is in his
Yeah,
village.
go dey
You are
drag
trying to
it.
compete with him
Na
in his
a way
village.
you did.
Come back to you understand? So sometimes your environment will be the limiting factor. So sometimes it could be, but the truth is, what we're talking about is white lie, not even talent.
Yeah, trying
But
to-
we're saying when you're expressing talent and it is not where the world is, can I tell you that this is not where the world is? Or can I tell you that this thing you are doing, you know what, you leave Lagos for now. Go back to your village.
And start a plan. So
Start a
This
plan.
talent
I want to throw a question open to
Environment
the house.
plays a role.
When you are caught in a white lie, how do you build trust back? Because there are times you are caught. You are caught. Say for instance, the example I gave when we started, you never tell her cooking is questionable. Then one day she just sees you packing the whole thing in the nylon. And she's like, what happened to it? I just prepared it. It's not, what do you say or do to salvage the situation?
Well, what you will do is to let her know that you have introduced her to this and this, and she seems not to be getting it. Yes, and if you are not getting it, it means that this thing cannot improve beyond this.
Won't
So,
that scar her for life?
you have see the truth
For
is
life.
you cannot
Coming from
you,
my
can, you
husband.
cannot no you can see the truth is husbands offend their wife and vice versa.
Mhm.
Okay, you cannot fix everybody up. Life is not meant to run like that. You will die. Yes, if you say everybody around you must be happy about what you are doing or your decisions, how you relate with them, you collapse. So let the people who will be offended, let them be offended. Let those who know, let them live part time the way you can. Because this world is complicated. You cannot begin to address this, address that.
I
address
see
that,
it.
address
You
this.
get exhausted.
People should get offended. That's even a proof that you are doing something. So not that everybody will agree with you at all times. That's not how life is designed.
So what you are saying now is, even in the face of white lies, some of the reasons why we tell white lies is because we are trying to be on everybody's good book.
We are trying to protect people.
Protect people's
Not to
feelings
hurt
and
them.
not look like the
Some-
villain
because-
in their story.
Because sometimes white lie will also mean that the person is actually good, but you want to debase him and you tell him it's not good. That's also why, like, we're looking at it from
That's
one
another
side.
point, yeah.
We're looking at it from one
That
side,
has
but out of jealousy, out of being vindictive,
That one is not white anymore.
out of
That is pure lie.
That's the
so, and the person is actually good enough but you
You're
feel
trying to put the person down.
now you won't go. Now you won't go.
Mm.
You know, I've seen it in politics,
it's not
especially
like-
among women.
Mm. That's
That's
interesting.
When
Absolutely.
when they're because women are very political and they're very colorful in politics. But you know what they tell you? That now you go. Where? When? You understand? It's all we have that in politics. They also have it where people are extremely talented. I have witnessed that a lot because right from childhood, I'm very restless. You understand? Among my mates, my pal, were in school then, the things I say to them, and I start everything with a joke. But that's what I must do. And I will do it. And I want to go to, like I woke up one morning and said, let me process Australia. I want to go to Australia. Yeah, it's far. I know it will take 2 days, but I want to go there. I started with a joke. But before you know, I will go there. When JSS3 or SS1, when I was telling them, I need to write jam. I think it was SS1 also. I need to write jam. I have seen the past questions. It's okay, I can write it. Yes, I can write it. I wrote it. Before my mates got to the point where they believe that they're not fit to write, they had crossed that already. I was the one telling them that when they start reading the question paper, don't start, hold on. And when they ask you to start reading instructions, you understand? So it's always been like that. And if you are that kind of person, you get a lot of backlash.
Obviously.
Yeah, people will tell you that you are too forward.
I am the backlash.
They tell you that you are too forward.
I don't know.
ITK, all those things they will tell you.
There,
But if that is the way you are built, you understand, you also find one or two persons who will tell you that, you know what, you are built for this. This is what you are. Hold on to it. You are good. Some will tell you that you are not. They will use their own standard
and insecurity
to repress, and their insecurities to repress you. So it's not in
checks
all
and
cases
status
that.
on you.
So how do we differentiate when like the issue is a minor issue or a serious issue?
Oh,
Whether you should tell a
mm.
white lie.
That's a
or
good
not.
question.
Now, see, a white lie, I believe, is a lie that should be told with a very good reason. You should have a very strong reason why you're about to lie. If you ask me a question and I know that this question might be detrimental to your relationship with someone, I am required to actually drop that white lie. It's something men do on a regular basis. If my girl should call another guy, my guy is automatically ready at all times to drop the white lie. That's just it. If you want
Say
to
again,
drop
say
this
again.
lie,
I
didn't get
get
you.
I didn't get that.
Yeah,
You have
no.
a girl.
That's
That's
among men.
Then she
Oh, yeah,
wants.
that's what
She's playing a rematch.
not
No,
the
no,
woman,
no, no.
I have a girl.
She's
Mm.
calling
And she
you.
wants to find out the truth about something.
Oh,
And
calling
she's calling
you
you.
to
Guy.
come. Oh, my.
Ah.
My
that's
boyfriend
not
said
brotherhood.
I am.
Brotherhood.
It was at your place
No, it's called bro
yesterday.
code.
So I'm supposed to say
yes.
yes.
But that's
That's
not
not
why.
why to
That's
now
not
lie.
a
be
pure
that.
lie.
You will not see. You will
No,
not find
no.
one man in a park, a woman calling another guy that's a friend of his guy, her guy, to find out whether
It was
his own
at
guy,
his
his guy is cheating.
Mm.
Every man will seal up that thing,
Never.
except the one that have interest in the woman.
Mhm.
He will just tell you that no, it was at my place. So wait, you know, first of all, call the guy say, bro, how far where you there? Your girl they ask this.
Actually, but that one a blatant lie. No be.
Actually, it's a pure lie.
No,
There's no
no,
white
no,
about nothing
no
white
white
about it.
anything.
There's a
In-
thin line between that and because the two of them have protective nuances.
You get it.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Yeah, because
I see how it
you
can
can
be
say
Friend is also trying to
you can
protect.
say yes,
Yeah,
you can say it's not white lie, but
Saving,
that's why
saving
I'm not so passionate about what you call it in terms of the name. I'm looking at the formation.
Because of the reason
And
now,
the
it sounded
framework.
like it just might be white lie.
Yeah, the framework.
Because the mind for the lie is I don't want the relationship.
ladies do it too.
Yes.
If a guy I call you, want to know about her on a particular thing, you will give me answer that will protect her.
Of course.
You understand? So should we call it gender protection or what? I don't know what to call
It's
it.
just bro code and versus
What do they call it?
Sister code.
That's what
In
it
the
is.
context of a relationship, I guess the perfect way is where you say white lies. Maybe I'm dating Light now, and you see her from one lodge somewhere with another person, And I had to that. I thought this girl told me she was going somewhere, but someone said they saw her car towards this place. And you're telling me, I don't know. I don't think. Maybe you should just ask her, and she will tell you. In that situation, that's white lies,
Yes.
Because you want to protect my feelings and you don't want to barge into someone.
Okay. In 30 seconds, David, is lying bad all the time?
All the time, no.
That's your straight answer. No. Light, no.
Well, see, the word lie and truth, they are subjective. I'm a lawyer. I don't feel they talk black and white. I don't know. I won't be on black and white. See, what you call lies and what you call truth, they are subjective. Subjective in the sense that if we contextualize it to telling when a lie now becomes a shield against destruction, or against when it becomes a shield for protection for the general good of even the person who is asking the question or who wants to find out.
But isn't it? It's still a lie. No,
Yeah,
that
it's a
would be
lie.
whether it's good or bad.
Yeah,
But
no, it's a
still
lie. I'm saying,
No,
but
but
no, yeah,
it's a good
it's a
intention.
lie. But I want you to contextualize it.
You are looking at intent now.
You are not,
Yes.
yes, intent. What is
A
it
good
for?
intention.
What is it for? I mean, I've raised issues from scripture where people told some, you understand? So let's look at it from even truth. They will tell you that whose truth are you talking about?
But
When
they
you
say-
go into philosophy,
Sir,
when you say truth,
sir,
whose truth?
sir.
Or,
truth, they say, is a constant. If it has to become a variable, then something is wrong with that. That
it's a
state.
constant to the extent that you are saying the truth because you have to make the expression to feed into narratives, to feed into the moral compass or moral code of what we mean, what we say truth. Truth is universal. The sun will set every day.
Things like that,
It is
yeah.
universal. Then I cannot come and tell you that the sun will not set today, except there's an eclipse. Even when there's an eclipse, the sun will first of all hit out first. Before that happens, everywhere gets dark. You understand? We know that is a constant. Now, we know that the truth is you are supposed to be morally upright. Okay? And now, in your moral uprightness, okay, someone
But
has
isn't
come
that
to
still
make a
subjective?
demand. You know what I'm saying now? Someone is not making a demand on you to remain morally upright, to ask you to provide information that they will use to kidnap someone. And because you are truthful and morally, you are going to tell them where the person is so that they can kidnap the person.
I see
Do
where
that.
the conversation
My
is going.
brother. My
That's-
brother. You do that.
That's as far as we can go for today. Thank you, Barrister Evans, for being on the
Thank
show.
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, David.
Live,
Thank you,
David.
Live, for being on the show.
Thank all you.
I also appreciate our viewers for watching. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel at Enterprise TV 7 to join us next time. Bye from us.
Thank you.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.